Hello, hello, welcome back to the Let's Play That Never Dies, Final Fantasy XI. Today we're in Adeline, and we're gonna try to get the Rune Fencer and Geomancer relic armor started. But first, we're gonna do a little bit of the mod garden again, and hopefully not crash out about multi-boxers again. I got pretty heated in that previous video. I considered not uploading it, but I figured that the rainbow chest in essentially winning eight-man trove, along with the other stuff in the video, was too valuable to pass up. I could have still edited that crash out, but I was listening to older episodes of my Let's Play and just realizing how much of like my personal life and things people probably didn't want to hear I shared, and was thinking, well, that's also part of the charm of the Let's Play, is just being completely unfiltered and not giving a shit about the algorithm or monetization or anything. You know, none of the things I can earn just by doing this low effort content. But it's also almost time for me to pick up my Bard feat. I've been dabbling on Bard a little bit more. My Bard's not really anything to write home about, but I do have a decent amount of investment put into it. Like, I have the Aeonic Horn. I rolled a Linus that has +2 slongs and quadruple attack, so that I can kind of like have my cake and eat it too. And I upgraded some of the Empyrean, and I don't have max duration, but because I don't have Carwin Han, the Mythic, but my duration is like not complete shit for when I have Nitro songs. No, nobody's asking for my Bard though, so like it's just something I play when I feel like it to have fun and do it on my flute. Yeah, let's go pick those feet up so we can move around faster. Of course, we're not even going to be on Bard that much longer. I just didn't want to forget to pick them up. Bard's Empyrean feet, once they're reforged to I-119, give 18% movement speed, and that's... Any job that gets 18% movement speed is really special to me, because I did not take the Schnetic Ring, and I never intend to take the Schnetic Ring, because I like the Carrier Ring's regain effect. So... yeah, I really like the 18% movement speed options, even if a lot of them are considered non-optimal. Let's see, that goes into my Bard refresh set, which is actually just code for my version of the idle set. See, I'm the kind of guy that believes that idle sets really should just be for when you're idle, when you're not in combat at all, right? Like, a lot of people will include a bunch of damaged, like, you know, minus DT when they're for their idle set, because to them their idle set is just whenever they AFK, whether they're in combat or not. I don't know how they program that into their automation and their Luas and shit, but they do. And I don't know if there's a Mog Dinghy in Juno or not. But as you can see, before we came here, we were in Adeline, and we bought a key item called Sakura in the Fountain. And that's going to let us get another level in Monster Rearing, which is part of the impetus for recording this episode. And if my voice sounds a little extra gravelly, I think I'm finally coming down with the illness my wife had. She was sick for about 8 or 9 days, until she went to the doctor and got some steroids. Which I was glad she did, because she was suffering up a storm. I was hoping to breeze by without catching her illness. I never really tried to, like, hold her at arm's length when she's sick. I even try to kiss her, much to her chagrin and stuff. And, like, she'd been sick for 9 days, and then, like, she got better a few days ago. And so at this point it's been like, I guess about 15 or 16 days since she got real bad sick. And I figured if I was gonna get sick, I would have done it by now. And lo and behold, I wake up this morning just feeling absolutely knackered Time for dialogue, though. Green Thumb Moogle. Calmwind, you've presented yourself at a positively perfect point in time. Raise the roof and get ready for rearing. You've now got astounding amounts of acreage for your cuddly creatures, Capo. We Moogles and Chacharoon pioneered a petite plaza at the periphery. Find more furry friends and raise them there. Is no good, no happy having. Susaroon, did some dastardly evildoer descend into the depths of our domain? Chacharoon Jingly! Someone hand take it! They snatched it, Kupo. Chacharoon's Jingly, not yours? Chacharoon Jingly, he put much away in fake piggy. I open tummy and do quick eye point. No poof, but poof, no Jingly. Who hand lifted? Chacharoon will get much eye water. That scornful stare. You think the meek Moogle meandering before you did it? We would never nab his moolah. Neither I nor Calmwind, Kupo. Must be something big and scary before go on foot hunt for Jingly. Tell Chacharoon, but he make wet eyes and do nose sniffles. If Susaroon Jingly go bye-bye, he drop into almost dead for weeks. Eee. Chacharoon do same. Susaroon no. Simple. Let Calmwind describe the details and comfort and console Chacharoon. He is a wonderful warrior, an admirably able adventurer. Chacharoon will certainly not cry then. Susaroon safe to trust? Of course, upon careful consideration, I confess the chancing upon information about the intricacies of trust and friendship, Kupo. A Sandioria trust permit, that's perfectly passable. Susaroon make trust with you. Please hand Lin to Chacharoon. I'm not able to happy make him. Happy hunting, Kupo. Okay, so now we've got, I guess, this side of the mountain cleaved open in the Maw Garden. And I don't know if we just run through it? Oh, no, wait, oh. Ah, cool, so it's like it literally is a separate space. Oh, look at this cool little, like, it's kind of like a rustic couch or something. Alright, Chacharoon, let me tell you about how all your money's gone. Let me guess, you actually just spent it on getting this area opened up, huh? No one actually stole it? Huh? Chief, give wide-eyed look to guard and much space for creatures. Pretty like Adeline Princess, Chacharoon do much arm lifting and rock pushing to make big space. Chief creatures sleep happy and eat happy here. Chacharoon happy than before, too! Oh, nope, I guess someone did steal his money. Chacharoon Jingly hand taken? How do you cheer him up? We'll catch whoever did this. Whoever did? Chacharoon know who did. It's Chacharoon. Chacharoon steal Jingly. And the heavens heave a sorrowful sigh, Kupo. This grand garden, it was fashioned by your faithful friend Chacharoon. And we helped too. Big Chacharoon have large no not. Chacharoon save much Jingly to make Chief upside down frown. Some Jingly help make big space in garden, so Jingly not stolen, Chacharoon use. Chacharoon implemented an initial investment, Kupo. Not that a Kikarin can discern the difference. Jingly is either saved or spent. Chacharoon worry about big Chacharoon. Maybe he get mean face crunches. If he find out, Chacharoon drop into almost dead. Maybe for weeks. Perfectly possible. Wait, I've got an intriguing idea. Let's twist the truth and tell Susaroon that someone did pilfer Chacharoon's purse. Who would pose the perfect perpetrator? Maybe Calmwind should pretend to probe into the particulars. Utterly unacceptable. Fabricating a falsehood is for the feeble, then what do? We should be honest. Perhaps that is proper, Kupo, but poor Susarune. Chief, Mr. Moogle, Chacharune made boo-boo. Chacharune have much heartbeats for big Chacharune, at least thought so. But heartbeats really for Chacharune. Big Chacharune make many unhappy gestures when he find out Chacharune spent Jingly. You feared your father wouldn't forgive you, Kupo. Nonsense. Gates upon the glorious garden you have created. Susarune will be pleased as punch his progeny produced such a prodigious plot. You're the pride of all Kikern. We only watched in wonder while you worked without rest. And by we, I also mean our friend here, Kupo. He's right. Mr. Moogle, give Chacharune good eye water. Chacharune tell big Chacharune what really happened. Kupo-po-po. Chacharune never let you down. Chacharune never hurt you. Looks like we're getting a new trust. Yep, we've got the Chacharune trust, I guess. Is this truly trust magic? Chacharune certainly captured a special space in your heart. Chacharune not no trust, but this Tingly better than Jingly. Jeek make best warrior ever. Chacharune happy to fight with you. Maybe Chacharune help make your warrior story even more special. We're rooting for your rousing success, Kupo. If I had snatched one of those scintillating Sandioria trust permits, maybe I'd be jumping for joy in shiny sparklies too. But if it failed, I'd floundered like a fish in a field, almost as dead as Chacharune, Kupo. You learned to trust Chacharune. Okay, but what about our monsters, huh? Can I raise a new creature? Thanks to Chacharune's shrewd bargaining, you're now able to rear new creatures up to a maximum of 2 at once. So we've gained access to all the way up to rank 3 monsters. And I guess we could grab... let's be weird and raise a sea monk. The saltwater-selling sea monks prey on smaller species of fish and have been known to be highly territorial come spawning seasons. Those who treat them right have been known to receive Sinro sardines on occasion. Rear sea monk? Yes. Calm be wanting care for sea monk? Wait 2 shakes of Kikern nose. A sea monk has entered your rearing ground. Dun, 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 dun. And why is it named Wind Rhythm? Can I just rename it? Oh, can I not? Do I have to interact with them in the... Alright, Chomping Charlie. Can I yell at you, Chomping Charlie, and then rear you some more? Yeah, of course it strongly resonated with you. Can I feed you meat yet? I've been trying to feed you meat for like 2 weeks. Still can't feed him meat. Okay. Okay, his current growth level is still 2 stars. I don't know what it takes to get 3 meat, but I would like to interact with Wind Rhythm. Creature type, Sea Monk Larva. Wind Rhythm seems to be pounding partly. Okay, so let's go to the monster rearing page and see what I'm supposed to do to Sea Monks. Okay, so... we can turn it blue by eventually feeding it a Denizanazi, and it's eventually going to give us either attack dex plus 3 and attack plus percentage to our trusts, And once we get its first effect, it's actually going to give us shield and guard skill gain rank and dex +2. So this actually seems like a pretty good thing to have in our garden. We're supposed to poke it. Interact with the beast. Poke it. And I'm going to give it a name. Let's see. Now then... we could name it Charybdis, right? Because that was the Joyous in him. But we could also name it after something else. Like another sea monster, like Scylla. Or Skyla, or whatever. Or maybe Typhon? Let's just go with Scylla. It seems kind of lady-ish. I don't know. There you go. Looks calm and collected. It exudes a slight aura of discontent. Okay. I feel like Chompin' Charlie's gotten a little bit bigger. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to feed him. Actually, let's run around this monster rearing beach real quick and see every little thing there is to see. Looks like there's, I guess, drawers or cabinets back there. And he's got like little preservation sacks. And some boxes and barrels. We can just leave the mod garden straight from here because there's a second dinghy. There's of course that big couch over there, which I don't think we can actually sit on, disappointingly, because, you know, game limitations. We can run into the shallows. That's pretty cool. This is kind of like Pergo Nogro Island in the COP areas. And I bet we could we fish out? Yeah, we could fish out here if we wanted to. That's pretty cool. Lots of little nooks and crannies. I like it. Now let's go back into our mod garden proper. So I guess we'll just get access to whatever monsters we want to rear as our monster rearing rank goes up, and our monster rearing rank will go up simply by us actually interacting with our monsters. And maybe I have to feed Chomping Charlie out here. I don't actually know. Nope. Okay. Well, maybe he just doesn't eat coral meat. I've only been trying with coral meat. Like, the wiki says any meat will do, but, it's whatever. I guess rearing priority might switch the monster out. Let's leave it on Chomping Charlie for now. He fits in the garden better and was here first anyway. Well, yeah, like as you can see, we've got 3 furrows. Well, you probably saw that in an earlier recording. I lose track of everything I've shown off. We've been in our mod garden 73 days, 73 times. We've gathered from the furrows 143 times, which means we've got about 369 more harvests to do before its maximum rank. We've gathered from the grove and the vein over 250 times, which means we need about 500 more gathers there. So it's going to be about maybe like 45 to 50 days, like a month and a half, maybe 2 months before we get Captain Mod Garden rank. Everything's rank 5 currently, and Monster Ring is rank 3. So we're well on our way. We're finally doing stuff with our mod garden. And my friend from Sylph, Shadowlana, keeps messaging me, and I like it. But it's also like the little blurb that keeps popping up in the upper right hand corner kind of bugs me because my peripheral vision notices it. Ah, very useful in Ironclad, huh. go... I always go to Western Adeline, because even though I could just look up when I can buy the things at exactly what gathering level, and I was part of the fun now is just checking the NPC to see if the key items pop up. Because I did not retain what's going on. Oh man, though, looking at the other rank 3 monsters, it might have been a better idea to get, instead of the Sea Monk, it might have been a better idea to get either the Uragonite or the Colibri. The Uragonite gives a capacity points bonus of 5%, as well as a bunch of other... Well, no, all those skills are capped for us. But the Colibri gives intelligence plus 3 eventually, but also it can either, if you make it into a 2 Colibri, it gives alter ego, trusts magic evasion plus 5%, or trusts magic defense bonus plus 5. So that could be really good for having your trust live a little bit better on solo things like an omen or something. Some extra resists, or particularly the magic defense bonus, just taking a little less damage from AoEs would be pretty good. Even if it is only like 0.5% less magic damage, it's still, it's half of a percent. That's kind of nice for all your trusts, so could certainly be worse. Man, my bard needs a lot of work. But for now, we need to go hop into the Moogle house and switch into either Geomancer or Runefencer artifact armor, and then go to the library, I think, so we can start our relic acquisition, which will eventually lead to our Empyrean acquisition. Although it's kind of weird calling them like relic and Empyrean sets, because obviously they're their own Adeline like set that's not actually related to. Yeah, it's functionally the same, but it's a thing. Okay. I'll just start with Geomancer. I need to look it up so I know exactly what to do. Let's see, dances with Luopans. Okay, there we go. Speak to Hestefa in the Selenium Memorial Library while wearing all 5 pieces of the appropriate artifact armor set. Can be mixed with upgrades of +1 and +2 and +3, and any winning combination. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and grab our Runefencer stuff, if any of it's in here too, because we'll have to get that going too. Although I don't know if I actually ever picked up the feat. We might have to make a trip to the Tomato Vantage Point again, because I might not have. Tunic. Oh, I might not have actually finished the Geomancy stuff either. I might need to go pick up. Like we might have to start with Runefencer actually. Oh, I'm terrible at this nowadays. absolute worst. I thought I'd gotten all 5 pieces. Let's see what all we got so far. Tunic, hands, pants. Put these gaiters on, but I don't know if... Yeah, we might have. I might have stopped and forgot. That's a pretty cool robe, though, to be honest. But let's go to. Well, actually, okay. Let's check all of our safes and see if there's any other Geomancer AF that I thought I had it all, but obviously we're not wearing the feet or head, and I don't know if I ever picked the head up, come to think of it. I was pretty sure I'd gotten the feet, though. I know I turned in the items to make the head. This is where one of those third-party programs that just searches for whatever piece of gear you wanted would come in handy. Of course, I could also search by looking through in the gear set edit menu. The feet slot, that would be slightly faster than all this scrolling down. But I think that for real, I turned in the items for the hat, and then I just didn't finish. We'll go talk to that old fat lady and see what's up. Okay. I guess, yeah, while we're at it, let's just go look. Well, first we'll talk to this chick, right? Okay, yeah, so we didn't have the Geomancer hat yet. She tells us all about that stuff with her fake Scottish slash... Cool beans, cool beans. So now we've got our silly hat. And... she's just gonna say the same thing. So like let me look and make sure I don't already have the sandals by going through the I thought I had them. I thought I had them somewhere. I hope I didn't like accidentally throw them out or something. But we won't be able to see that for another game day, so I guess we have no choice but to hop on to Runefencer and go see about the Runefencer relic instead, maybe. It's a little bit awkward. This is what I get for assuming, though. You know what they say about assuming? Makes an ass out of you and me. Gotta say, this is one of the sleekest robes they've put in the game. Like, it probably looks even better on races that don't have a gigantic tail that has to be accounted for. The hat is a bit... I mean, I guess the hat's like really... It stands out. but it is kind of weird. Excuse me. Let's see, let's say foraging. Yeah, let's see, Destiny's device, blah blah blah. Okay, it's the same deal, but we'll have to have the whole Rune Fencer AF, which I think I have, or at least I think it's done, right? Like I think it's like I think we're good to go. Runist, Runist, Runist. We'll leave those on for now. Although we do need to put on the trousers eventually here. Okay, it doesn't really matter at that point. Let's see. We'll just go to the tomato vantage point and check, because it's not that hard to check. And if it winds up like we have to give stuff to either of the NPCs for our last piece of artifact armor, I'll just do that, and then we'll go do coalition assignments until the game day changes. Because we've got I think about 28 minutes until the day change happens. Maybe a little bit more than that. Also, apparently you can just acquire, if you take a whole set of rune armor from like one of the login points things, or from Vanabout, you can just go ahead and do this. You don't even have to do the AF quests. It's kind of wild. The game's only checking if you actually have the gear, not if you did the quests. Alright. Okay, that must have been what happened. Oh, what the fuck? I got too much fucking in my inventory. That's wild though. Like we're gonna have to wait. If I really don't have the Geomancy sandals, which I was pretty fucking sure I had, we're gonna have to wait a whole ass like 2 game days. Like we're not gonna be able to get the Geomancer going on this recording. How irritating. Also, what kind of sucks is it sounds like reading this wiki page. Basically, we're starting a quest to go to another point to ask for more pieces. And we're gonna have to commission the relic sets just like we commissioned the AF sets. And apparently each piece is also gonna require 97,000 bailed. So this is gonna take fucking quite a bit. I can feel my throat getting sore. It's the kind of soreness you can't do anything about either. It's kind of funny, like listing for the relic for Rune, it's like our options are to give like 3 serious ingredients or like 1 serious ingredient and a food item. And oh, okay, so maybe it's just the serious ingredients, or 1 ingredient, the serious thing, and a bailed or a food. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Let me know that library, you little midget. Of the relic pieces for Runefencer, the one that we care the most about is the crown, because it has phalanx received on it, and eventually when we reforge it, it'll eventually gain phalanx plus, I think, plus 7, which is, I think, the most on any individual piece in the entire game for phalanx received. And then to get more phalanx received on Runefencer, I'll have to start dark matter augmenting the Herculean set. There's like one other set you can get augmented through skirmish that goes up to plus 3, but it's random augments and just as expensive really in the long run as just doing the dark matter augments. The dark matter augments are more powerful anyway, so I think Runefencer can get a total of, with just the body gear without weapon considerations or capes or things, you can get up to a total of plus 27 phalanx. And I think if you get certain weapons, you can get up to over plus 30. And phalanx is super important for tanks. I swear my superior knows I'll do anything to please him. But why else would he make me wait around here looking for a Runefencer to come out of the woodwork? Yes, someone with the same sort of trappings that you're wearing right now. Wait, now that I've had time to think about it, I can feel a cryptic elemental ambience emanating from your library. You're a Runefencer, aren't you? I'm just a little old calm wind. Well, yes, I'm a Runefencer. I knew it. There's no outwitting my paper cut giving sharp intuition. You don't get to where I am by not knowing how to perceive runic resonance. I also know how to pass the time, and boy, you don't want to know how much of it I had. As I was rummaging through the musty tomes on these shelves, I came across a treatise that was ordinary by every definition, at least upon first glance. However, fatefully deciding to take the first letter of each line and read them backwards proved to be a key in uncovering its true meaning. And that meaning has an extensive amount to do with Runefencer's vestments, one would assume. What precisely was the profound message contained within its crumbling confines, you ask? That's the thing. I may have an eye for people like you, but no grasp on the tenets or academics of your profession. That's why I was going to hand it over to an expert, but I didn't want to disappoint my love superior by leaving my post. As you can imagine, I was rather conflicted. Now that you're here, though, I can foist it off on you. Like I said, I don't know much about these squiggly characters. I do know, however, that someone in the Inventors Coalition should. Well, it's time I finally got back to doing what I came here to do. To the bookshelves. Oh, and good luck. Obtain key item. Futharthic Concept in Flux. Okay, so the revisionist treatise mainly expands upon the phasal shift theory that currently enjoys much popularity among prominent runologists. Authored by an anonymous individual, it imparts nothing particularly new on first glance. Okay, let's go read this again. So now we have to go to the Inventors Coalition and go to touch Amchuchu's laboratory. So let's see. Also, it might be weird. We might have to spend 5 whole fucking game days making all of the runic armor, all the Futhark armor for Rune before we can do any of the relic armor for Geomancer, and that's kind of crazy. Because apparently we can't get the Geomancer key item while we have the Rune Fencer key item, and I don't know if we're gonna lose or keep this key item until we're done with all of the relic armor. Calm Wind, if you keep loitering around my property, I'm going to personally take you down to the waterways and feed you to... Ah, you must be one of the test subject artists for our new Insto Disembowler. Come right this way. What? You're here about Rune Fencer equipment, Taru. We've given over the rain winds of that to Octavian. You're better off asking him directly. Let's see this dissertation of yours. Oh, this is just a copy of Futharthic Concepts in Flux. Everything written in here is common sense by now, huh? Why would I bother extricataruing the first letter of each line and then reading them backwards? Well, I stand corrected, Taru. It appears that the author embedded instructions for something in this document. Apply an astral patina to certain sections, engrave arcane glyptics of the opposing affinity, impressive. It goes on to mention utilizing the power of otherworldly stones to create a special form of embroidery. Why, this is revolutionary. I once tried manufacturing a new type of protective fabric, but had long since abandoned the idea. With this new process, though, all I'd need is a strand of Rakasnar filament to restore Taru my efforts. From what I've heard, you must venture deep within Kamirdros to an ominous bulwark. If you're able to pass through it, the Curio Wario should be all yours. As for what horrors lie teeming behind it, I haven't the foggiest Taru. At any rate, you're the pioneer. It's your prerogative whether or not you want to go. All I'm saying is that it would be nice if you helped advance our coalition's cause, and by extension your own. In the event, Taru, you do end up getting a hold of a strand of Rakasnar filament, take it to Yestin Ovestin. I'll tell him to expect you. Okay, now it says go to M6 and Outer Rakasnar as a Rune Fencer and check the meeting point target for a cutscene, and you will receive the strand of Rakasnar filament. The target is very close to the entrance of the ruins. Fastest methods, use teleport to the enigmatic device. The words are hard. The meeting point is very close. Okay, so that's easy enough. Man, I've actually used a shit ton of my kinetic units this last, week or two. I might have to start trading crystals soon. Oh, it says handed over key item of Futharthic Concepts of Flux. So I guess, okay, we won't have to. That's good. We won't have to wait a jillion game days for our stupid So, you're the Rune Fencer the Inventarius Coalition dispatched? Up here, silly Willy. I guess I'll have to float Taru on down to you. I'm actually wearing the same armor as Zerko Berserko. Hey, wait a minute! What the fuck? Aren't you dead? Greetings, Pioneer. My name's Mikolulu, and I've been out surveying this territory at Amchuchu's behest Taru. Oh, I'd remember the face of the man who bested me anywhere. It's nice to see you again, Calm Wind. If only Amchuchu had told me you were going to be here, I'd have brought my sparring sword. How come there are multiple Rune Fencers here? I only asked for... Eureka Weka! This is absolutely wonderful. I have a descendant Taru of the man who single-handedly founded the runic arts and one of the chosen who've engraved enlightened endeavor upon their flesh-wesh. With their powers combined, I'll captain weapon us to greatness of planetary proportions. There's no way we won't be able to back to Haru the essence of this wall. Oh, Choo-Choo, you sure do work in mysterious, various ways. Is something wrong, Mikolulu? You sound a bit out of sorts. Sorry, I just hit Haru upon an amazing idea. Allow me to explain. So does that sound feasible, Weasable? Of course, it's no problem at all, and I'd love to help. Thank you so much. Alright then, on your mark, get set, Haru. Go! Lightning Crystal. Fire and Ice Runes. Light Skill Chain. Amazing Wazing. Or maybe that was a Light and a Fire skill chain, and she did Thunder, and that would have been basically Fragmentation. So, I don't know. On top of Fusion. I can't believe how easy it was to separate the strand of Verkasnar filament from its encumbrance. It looks like everything turned out for the best. I guess the first virtue in a soldier truly is endurance or of fatigue. Indeed, and I'll exercise the virtue of charity by handing this over to you, Calmwind. May the goddess guide you back to Adeline safely. Hey, cool, we get any parting words for her? Does your brother know you're alive? It tears me apart inside, but no, he doesn't. I want to tell him so badly, but it would jeopardize his trial. That's in part why Choo-Choo assigned him to a Middle-Land survey team with a mission to engrave the weight of the populace into a rune. She didn't want us Mitsudaruing by happenstance one day. I realize you must feel terrible about this, Mikolulu, but I hardly think Choo-Choo was happy making that decision either. She loves each and every member of her coalition like children. I know. Maybe for forging Zerko's sword after I get back from this survey will put my mind at ease. At least I'll be helping him, if only indirectarily. Haha, Choo-Choo truly Wooly is always 3 moves ahead of us, isn't she? I'm not sure if I believe it. I think that Mikolulu, that might just be someone who's using Mikolulu's corpse. Removed from a specific Verkasnar partition, this fiber is so translucent it nearly escapes the naked eye. Each individual weave rhythmically swells with sorcerous energy. We're gonna have to just warp back, because... And I don't think we have to wear the full AF set anymore, so we can put our movement pants back on. Man, is she just like waiting at the message thing to re-message me? I like my friend Shadowlena. We used to play 14 together, and I was on Sylph for a little while. Let's see, now we gotta go to Yeston Oveston at the barrel. Okay, so we're going straight to Tomato Vantage Point's Master. And let's go ahead, like, since it's almost game day change, let's go ahead and pick up the ingredients we'll need for at least the headband. The headband's really the only piece I care about. The rest of the set basically looks exactly the same as our Runefencer armor that we have on right now, except it's orange. It's like a faded orange. And I don't know how much of it I'm supposed to care about, but I definitely know I care about the headband. So we're going to at least care about the headband. And we need a Wootz ingot, a Scintillant ingot, and a Snow Steel. So let's see, Wootz ingot. 40k, not bad. Yeah, let's go with the scintillant. Okay, that's going to be in goldsmithing, I guess. What about snow steel? I guess the other two are in goldsmithing. Come on. There it is, scintillant. Got 10k, definitely not bad. And now the snow steel. 140, okay, that's a little more expensive, but oh my god, my inventory is fucking me again. This is another reason why I don't want to grab even more I don't want to get the whole relic sets because I don't want to have to start using slips or something. What I'm probably going to have to do, though, eventually, is I'm probably just going to have to buy Mog Wardrobe number 5, become like everybody else. What I really need to do is I need to sit down and have a heart-to-heart with myself and start throwing away a lot of pieces I don't need, including some that I keep around for lock styles, and just be like, okay, like, how often do I actually lock style that, and then throw it away? Because like it can be cool to come up with new outfit ideas, but at the end of the day, like it doesn't really matter how you look, it's just how you perform. So, okay, we need to go down to the waterfront. And we won't be able to just talk to her to get our Geomancer sandals until the next game day. So, Geomancer is going to be a bit behind, but it's whatever. Remember when people first saw this artifact armor, they were like, oh my god, Rune Fencer is going to be so fucking powerful, because like you just get the whole set for doing quests. And there were a lot of people playing Rune Fencer and Geomancer when they first came out. Some for that express purpose. You just got all this stat vomit and really high stats right out the gate. Okay, we're not trading that yet. We gotta talk to the barrel first. Oh, it's you. Leave me alone and get lost, Taru. Now we're talking. I thought I'd have to sit Taru through a bunch of small talk and begging before getting down to business. Chuchu finally took off her kid gloves and gave me a copy of Futharthic Concepts in Flux, but never did I think I'd be able to lay eyes on a strand of Orcas in our filament. I suppose this is an offer I can't refuse, woos, seeing as how you've already done the dirty work. As for payment, don't worry. The Inventors Coalition has already forked over more than the likes of you could afford. Just bring me the requisite materials. You tell me the armory, I tell you what materials to bring so I can craft it. And you go get them. No backtalk, snide remarks, or unnecessary questions from you. Futharthic Bando. You want a Futhark Bando, huh? There's no negotiating the Woot's ingot. However, the scintillant ingot and the snow steel we can work with. And none of this one-by-one stuff. Give them all at once. If you're too lazy to bother getting the last two materials, feel free to skip them, as long as you have enough baled. Just so you don't come disturbing me in the middle of important things, let me spell it out for you. 97,000 baled, a Woot's ingot, and a rice ball. Okay. Alright. We're just gonna give... We're gonna skip out on paying the baled because... Oh, did I not? Did the scintillant ingot purchase? God damn it. Oh, thank goodness for these teleporters. We can just beam back to the auction house real quick and get the scintillant ingot. And then beam back to the waterfront. And then beam back to the Mog house. And then beam back, and beam back, and beam back, and beam back, and beam back. Okay. I guess I'll look at these other ones and see what they do exactly while we're waiting. It was only like 10k, right? Let's see. Oh, the trousers look like they're really significant. They give enhancing magic duration, so we'll probably get those as well for sure. Because buffs that you can cast on yourself, the longer they last, the less you have to recast them. Plus, it gives enhancing casting magic time. So that's really good. That would definitely be worth picking up. Okay, so now we have all 3 ingots. There you go, butt munch. Futhar thick boots just give tactical parry. I wonder how good these Futhark trousers get. It's always nice when minions do what they're told. Now run along and let the wizards whiz. Okay, let's see. Wow, its enhancing magic duration goes up to +20 just by +1ing it to I-119. Damn. Okay. And then +25% once you +2 it. With Dynamic Divergence unlock. +30% once you +3 it. Ooh, is it going to stay that way? Oh yeah, it's going to stay that way. But wow, yeah, those get really good. Minus 15% enhancing magic cast time as well. So 15% cast, less casting speed. Like you only have to hit 85% on the cast bar to finish. That's pretty ballin'. Let's go back to the auction house. We'll get the ingredients for the pants next then, because let's see, it's another Woot's Ingot, Holy Leather, and Rune Weave. Okay, let's see. So Woot's Ingot was in smithing. That was what, 40k? Yeah, 40k. Order slip, logomorph headgear. Let's look at that. This barely legible document is written in the hurried hand of the slightly snobbish, if not skillful, Yestin Ovestin. It promises that the clothier extraordinaire will provide a piece of runic armor once he deems his handiwork blemishless. Made with autism, so you know it's good. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we gotta get the Runeweave from the Inventors Coalition as far as I remember. Better than paying the bailed though. We need a lot of bailed. Still. Let's see. Holy Leather. Na, 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 na. Da, na, 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 na. Gotta get away, holy leather. Da, da, na, na, na. I'm gonna see what the coat upgrades into, because it might be better than it first appears. See, alignment duration +3. I wonder what exactly that means. 3 seconds? Oh, and increases the duration of the 2-hour by 10 seconds. Okay, that is actually worth getting. Okay, and it starts to get attack and damage taken reduction. Okay, cool. Bunch of HP, bunch of MP. What's it get by +3? Okay, by +3 it's got decent accuracy, really pretty good attack. Pretty good all-arounder stats. 5 more seconds on alignment. Region +5. Okay. And at +4, what does it get? Not bad, not half bad. Not like, not a must-have, but definitely a piece worth considering. Do we buy those from Oak Tour? Sure do. Okay. Nice and easy. Now back to the waterfront, I think. Swing! Because the day has changed. But yeah, the trousers and the head are a must-have. I think everything else is potentially optional. Like 10 more seconds on Elemental Spores though could definitely be a make or break play move. But also I just feel like a lot of strategies don't even employ the Rune 2 hour for anything more than Enmity Spike, so that's kind of like, whatever. The Futhark Bandu resonates auras with your runes to create a membrane of protecting magic. While it may be as thin as my patience with greenhorns, it'll stop the brunt of any physical attack. Take it now. If I hold on to this piece of perfection any longer, my heart will melt Taru and I'll never be able to give it up. Oh my... I'm throwing this Shiki down. Give me the stupid Bandu. Give me the stupid Bandu. The same thing, the same thing. Yeah, you just give it to me. Give it to me, Neil. Okay, cool beans. We put it on. And interestingly, it actually has less physical defense at I-109 than the Futhark Band do, but it does have... Oh, it has worse stats too, all around. It's less, like 8 less strength, 8 less dexterity, 1 less vitality, 1 less agility, 8 less intelligence, 8 less mind, 8 less, like it has less of everything. What the fuck? Except for MP. And evasion Meva is the same, okay. It does have PDT on it, and the phalanx received, obviously. But wow, the base AF is actually better. Like, what? That's just funny. But I don't think I'm ever going to be upgrading the Runus Bandu. I could be wrong. I might need it for like fast cast or something. But I don't know. Fuck it. Okay, now we need to go switch to Geomancer and see about commissioning our sandals, I guess. I think. I don't know. I'm lost in the sauce here. But since the recording's already over an hour, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now, I wonder how I go about getting the... Oh, hey, wait, Miru spawned. I could throw Miru into a... as the recording, it'll probably take like half an hour to kill, but we could. But it's gonna be alive for a bit, so we don't need to like rush it. What we do need to do is change to Geomancer and put our Rune Fencer AF up, because we're not gonna need the AF until we upgrade it. And we're only gonna upgrade the pieces that we really care about having again. And once we've upgraded the pieces we really care about having, we'll probably just throw the other pieces away. Okay, so we've got this. Apparently there's some fight, though, for Rune Fencer to do. I don't know if we have to get all of the relic armor or just one piece of the relic armor before we can start it. But I guess we'll find out in the next recording, which I might do after I go fight Miru. Just depends. But it's how we gain access to the Empyrean equivalent set for Rune Fencer, which actually has really cool effects, and I know that we need like almost all of it for high-end tanking on Rune Fencer. which I don't know if I really want to get into tanking at all in this game. Like my Paladin's Master level 5, and tanks are in demand all the time. But I just feel like if I actually properly gear out either of the tanks, that I will get stuck on it. Because people will figure out that I'm actually really good at it. Okay. Like, I could have sworn we already had these Geomancy sandals. Altana, take the wheel, calm wind. Yeah, whatever. Oh, 2 messages in a row. Americans are causing an issue. Oh, JP crew. It's always funny to me when Europeans get uppity about Americans in online games, because every European I've ever met in online games has been like, usually far more insufferable than any American player. Let's see, we need cheap leather, cyclone cloth, gold thread, gold ingot. It was a gold ingot, right? Okay, we'll grab the gold ingot first, and then I think everything else is under cloth craft. And I'm not in any rush to go to Miru because it's going to take the server at least 15 minutes to kill it. I don't think I've ever seen Miru die in less than 12 minutes. And I always, like, more often than not, it takes like half an hour. So I'm going to have plenty of time to, like, switch to the job I want to actually fight Miru on. And it's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, she said cotton ball or something? Cyclone cotton? Yeah, there it is. We'll pay 10k, come on. And what else did we need? Gold ingot, acacia thread, sheep leather. Okay. No, not bonecraft. Son of a bitch. I guess if you wanted to, you could just go ahead and stop watching. Because I think I'm going to wrap up this recording after we turn this stuff in to her. Okay, I'll pay 10k. Alright. That's everything, right? Ball of cyclone cotton, square of sheep leather, gold ingot, acacia thread. You can get balls of cyclone cotton and sea gates. I guess she thinks she's being helpful by saying that or whatever. Oh, I forgot to start the second piece. I forgot to start the rune pants. Well, I'll get start those after the recording's done. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a great day. And I'll see you again next time.